Hello and welcome back to the channel. You join me on a bright English summer day and I'm on my way to get my next project. I say next project, it's kind of like an impromptu buy, but I need to explain. Let me catch the train and I'll explain in detail. Well, hello, you joined me just after I've gotten off the train. I say just after. We've been driving for quite a little while now. But I did say I was going to explain to you why I'm getting out of the car. And so here's the thing. My brother's car failed its MOT, and it was a situation where I was like, oh, cool out boys kind of situation. Thanks Matt Armstrong for that. So I went over to go try to fix it. There were three failures. One of them was bogus, really. They said the rear seatbelt, the middle one, didn't really latch on into its buckle, which is wrong because they were trying to put it in the wrong one. If you don't know, the center seatbelt does not fit into the buckle for the outer one. There's a reason for that, I don't know, but that's why it failed, the first failure anyway. Second one was the xenon headlight was, I guess, emitting very, very low light, which obviously is an instant MOT failure. So again, replacing the xenon headlight was easy. The third one was an airbag warning light on the dashboard, which at first I thought, I've seen this before. In my GTI, I unplugged the seats when I replaced the interior, and maybe he's just done something where he's maybe hit the connection under the seat and it's triggered the airbag warning light. So I thought I'd just clear that with OBD11. Best wishes and all that kind of stuff, right? Or rather, best laid plans. Turns out there was an active issue and quite a known error or issue with these cars, and couldn't get rid of it. Now, after further investigation, I find that the actual airbag control module, which is bolted to the transmission tunnel of the car, was at fault here. And you can't, at least from my research, you can't use a used unit. You have to purchase a new one. How much is it? Like £771 plus VAT, and that's just to buy the control module. Now there's obviously coding, which I can't do. I'll probably have to do some research if it is even possible to do it myself. And then there's also the element of actually ripping the whole interior apart just to to get it replaced. If you don't know about this, look at Matt Armstrong's videos on, like the SVR that he did when he was replacing one of these modules, and he triggered all the airbags in the car and actually almost caused himself a heart attack. So yeah, is it a job I'm looking to actually do? Not really. So decided, why not just get another car? And that's why we're here. Now you know the why. Now let's see the what. And I kind of hope you like this one, because I think I might like it, but let's see. So the car in question is a Volvo C30 R design, which, as you can see in the photos, has got these extended arches, kind of like a Liberty Walk, or maybe like a very, very cheap version of it. Not cheap, but subtle version of it. But anyway, this car looks really good. I mean, if anything, the only thing that lets it down is the fact that it is not really clean on the inside, but let's focus on the damage. Now, the only damage I could find in the photos are, well, what you can see here on the headlight, which is just cracked, probably from impact into something. I don't know what it is. And then just below the headlight, the bumper does have a little bit of a crease, but I kind of feel like that was the forklift and not the accident, but who knows. But in my mind, I'm thinking there must be something else, but I guess we'll see. I haven't seen the car yet, and we're about to see it, so let's see what I actually find. But first, let's see what actually happened during the auction.
Sold on approval.
Ah, there we go. That's the car. All right, so he's just dropped the car off, and I'm not allowed to record here, but it looks tidy for the most part, but I need to try to start it first. So, apologies if this doesn't look so great or the recording, but...
It's a wide array of linesmen.
How do you turn that off?
Just to think of innovation.
It sounds and runs all right. But look, let me just get it out of this yard and I'll catch up with you later. Ta-da! So anyway, we got the car out of Copart now because they get a bit funny about you stand hanging back with a camera, doing anything. They just want you in and out, like a bank job. But the car is exactly what I thought. Like, as you know, or you actually don't know because I haven't shown it to you. Where's the damage, you say? If you look around the car, it's dirty, but that's no crime. But if you come around this way, it's all looking tidy, and then bam! That is the reason why this car is written off. Like, we really need to talk about the insurance companies, and you know, they talk about fraud. I think they use that word kind of loosely these days, but they've written this car off because the headlight's cracked. There's no other damage, just that. Crazy, right? Hey, their loss, my win. But looking around the rest of the car, it's just a used car. I mean, there's some age-related issues, like if you come around this way, the light here has got a crack in it again, but that's based on use. I mean, you can't knock it for that. But yeah, overall, and on the inside as well, if we have a look, it is just dirty. Like, someone clearly didn't like washing their car, but it's full leather. You can see all my stuff there, do not hate. But yeah, right? So the plan right now is to drive this back, but before I do that, I'll just explain a little something that I've just had to go through. So with Copart only give you like the previous keepers, like the V5C, they don't give you the new keeper slip, and they don't transfer the ownership to you, which then means you have to, I guess, sell the car to yourself, you know, as far as the DVLA is concerned. But yeah, I got the old V5C document from the previous owner. It was just in the car. Took it to the post office to try to tax the car, because you can't just tax the car online, because obviously there was something against the car which kind of prevented me from doing that. So I tried to tax it, couldn't do it. Went to the post office, and the lady, as soon as she saw me, especially with the blanked out, I'll show it just a second. I'll try and hide the relevant information, but basically the previous keeper's document, information like address and name, have been blanked out for GDPR reasons. So she just thought, you're a dodgy fella, aren't you? She didn't say it, but she said it with her eyes. She said it. So she didn't let me do it. So I've had to register, basically sell the car to myself, or register myself as a new keeper whilst also being the seller. And then I was able to tax it. Like, what a kerfuffle. Like, why did I have to do that? But that's what I had to do. So now the car is taxed, it's got an MOT, and it's got insurance. All that's left is to hit the road. Wish me luck. All right, sit rep. The car is driving perfectly fine. Again, why did they write it off? Obviously, it's a 2013 car. I guess the argument is for the damage, the cost of the car, I mean, the value of the car and all that. But what actually needs doing? The accident, at least what I believe, caused it to be written off. I think it's just a broken headlight. The bumper is fine. There's no damage on the bumper. So as far as the insurance is concerned, all they need to do, or all they should have needed to do, or would have needed to do, was to replace the headlight, which, let's just throw values out there. Let's just say it was going to cost £1,000 for headlights. I don't think they would, but let's just say it would have cost that. £1,000
for about 22 miles. Continue straight on.
All right, calm down. For £1,000, the car would have been back on the road. Job done. But I wrote it off and probably paid the person more than £1,000 for this car. to replace it. Was it really worth it? I don't know. But that's what they done. Like I said, it's driving fine. We're just in traffic, which is why I'm able to record this. It's me. Yeah. So what can I say about this car? Let's look around. I don't really want to show you around it because it is very dirty. Like, it is very grubby, this car. Like, please, if you're out there, you own a car and you don't like to clean it, shame on you. Because if this is your car that I'm driving right now, shame, double shame on you. Because I have to show this. I mean, what's the deal with all of that? Like, clean your car. Like, you put your things in. I can't believe I put my phone there. But look at that. And then on the steering wheel, there's just dirt. Like, you can't see it, or maybe you can. Just that. It's. I have to put my arm on that. My hand on that. Anyway, the car was cheap-ish, and yeah, I guess I do this for the lols and the fun. Alright, let's fix this damage, shall we? Let's see how hard this is to fix. What the insurance company deemed, too long and laborious to do. It is just a damage. I mean, you'll see some scuffs here, which is paint. I'm not going to be doing that. This is the main damage. I can see the headlight is a little bit loose. And then check this out. I can't believe how easy Volvo have made this, but I hope this turns out to be what I think, or at least what I've read. But it's so easy and straightforward to remove and basically replace these headlights. Let me show you. So what you need to do is, normally on this car you'd have to take off take off the bumper before you can take the headlight out. On this car you would think, maybe I need to do the same. No, you just need to pull this tab here. Pull this tab out, put it somewhere secure, like so. And I'll just place you back where you were. Hope you don't get seasick. Motion sickness. And then just take the headlight out. Like so. How long did that take? It's crazy. Anyway, now need to press on the tab to release the connector, and the headlight in its entirety is out. That didn't take a minute. And here we have our replacement. Oh no! I opened the bag, that's what fell out. So I will cover that up and put it in, and that should be the job done. Hardly a video for you to watch, but at least, if anything, if it informs on the fact that when you see a car as crash damage, or as having crash damage, can't speak today, it's not always as bad as you think. So long as the previous owner is upfront with what the issue was, and you know about it, and obviously you factor that into the price of the car, then in most cases you're all right buying the car. In this case, I would buy a car like this, so long as I can relatively trust the person if they're upfront with all the issues like I mentioned. Anyway, let's fix this in. Obviously you need to connect the connector back onto the headlight. Oh, it just came to life just now. And then carefully place it in, and then put this bad boy back in, if I remember where I took it from. All right, this is a very weird one, but in just very little time I'm done with this car. I mean, I did mention that I may change the control arms and the anti-sway bars or anti-roll bar linkage. I think that's what it's called. But I just want to do the swap with my brother just so he could start using it now. Yeah. At the moment it is roadworthy. The light's been fixed. I've replaced the badging that was missing at the front, and I've given it a good clean in here. Now obviously I'm not the best at detailing. I've just given it like a very quick clean, but it has turned out really nicely. Like, I don't know if I showed this before, but when this was incredibly dirty, I don't know how you get dirt in there, but they did it somehow. And then all of this was just filthy, so I've gone to town in here. I've cleaned the whole thing out. And I think that's really all it needed. I don't understand why they couldn't clean their car. But yeah, I'll give you a walk around just to show you what it looks like now. But I really do like the car. Oh yeah, I also gave this a really good clean because it had like baked on dirt on it. Like, I don't know how, like who I'm guessing there must be a reason, but it kind of felt like they worked at I don't know, can't even imagine what kind of job it would be. They worked in dirt all day with grubby hands, and they just jumped in the car with all their grubby hands and clothes and just used the car. Maybe that's what they needed the car for, but you clean your car once in a while, right? Anyway, I'm getting it clean and it looks really good now. I like it. Now let's just show you around. I'll show you the interior and then the outside. So here's what we're looking at now. The light does make it look like it's got two colors. I say the light, the sun. But I've given the seat a clean, and there's no rips or anything. There are wear marks here. The car is 13 years old, and that dash, again, this might not be that easy to see. And then there's the back seat, which looked nice regardless. I mean, and then the outside, which you would have seen. Gosh, it cleans up nicely, I'll tell you that right now. And yeah, that's the Volvo badge I mentioned earlier. So it's made of like metal. The previous one just faded off or fell off, so I had to scrape the remnants of it, and then I bought this off the dealer and then put that back on. It looks nice. I need to do the same for that, but I wasn't able to find one from the dealer, so I guess I'll come back to that. And here is obviously the headlight that was replaced. Looking pretty, working as expected. And then you have some scrape here, which I'm guessing was from the accident, but obviously I haven't touched any of that. Bumper is all right, and the rest of the car just looking pretty. Would have been nice if we had the double exhausts. So basically, the car itself is amazing. It doesn't have a sat nav, which I think helps it helps it with the timeless look. Kind of like the can't believe I'm comparing them, but hear me out. The Bugatti Veyron doesn't have sat nav in it, so even though it's however old it is, it doesn't look so bad because it never had a sat nav. If there was a sat nav in it, then obviously it wouldn't have aged well. You probably have to stick like your phone on the dash just to use the navigation. But anyway, this car also comes in a 2.5 engine variant, which is a pocket rocket. I guess that's on par with things like the Golf GTI, and yeah, I'd like to experience that. But this is what we have, and I think it's a good car. Now, obviously, behind me is the car it's trying to replace. Now, this is an MOT failure, so we're going to get rid of this as is, advertise it with the fault that it currently has, which is the airbag control module being damaged or defunct. I don't know. It looks a little bit tired, but I think it needs a very good clean just to bring it back up to, well, its old glory. The previous owner had changed the wheels, put some decals on it, as you can see. And my brother he probably liked it that way, which is why he bought it. You can see he's got some wheels on. I don't know what wheels these are. But yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so next weekend more like, we'll have a video on the M2, which, yeah, you just have to wait and watch it. Talk about gut-wrenching. But yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.